Twitch chat. Jesus Christ. Great start. Great start. Alright. Let's hop into the world. See where we are at. May have to fix stuff. I can't remember if I got a crash last night. You know what? Looks like I did. It looks like I did. Alright, so it couldn't see fire stat. Hey Deegan, how's it going? Which should be, let me see here. What was I doing last night? Okay, so I was looking at the HUD stat bar as a reference point. Alright, and let's take a look for saturation. Right, see, I'm starting a composer. Oh, composer for stat bar. Okay. Here, let's just shut down. It's gonna be mad with what I did. Start stacking all these windows too. There we go. So really, that shouldn't be fire bar. Should be this. Why don't I just put in like stat bar? There we go. Rebuild. It's going. Yeah, it's going here. You know, I worked for the first part of the day thinking it was Tuesday. That's the kind of week this has been. There's no end to it. No end. Hey Vexus, how's it going? Oh man, this stuff is so good. Chocolate milk. All right, hey. Oh. Soon as I try to put this on, then get slapped. Let's see. What is the problem here? Aura text is null. So it should say loading there. Let me take a quick look here. This is what I get for trying to glue multiple things together. So we got aura text there. If it's not synchronized, that's the information. And then I'm setting the text here. Oh, wait a minute. This makes perfect sense. Let me comment all of this stuff out. None of that should be running. Absolutely none of it. There we go. Will it allow me? Okay, good. So let me make it daytime here. There we go. So you'll see in the corner, I have information. It may be harder to read, but I have an aura for like the chunk that you're in. I have the viz, the minimum or the current viz and the maximum viz. I have a flux level. I've been starting to mess around with like generating seeds. So I have 3 types of like seeds. One is a radiant seed, which would increase the amount of max viz in that seeds chunk. Neutral seeds, which are just, you know, they have like minor bonuses. And then I have corrupt seeds, which lowers the max viz. And if you can see here, I have something in the corner that helps me track that. Hey, I've been doing all right, kind of tired. Family's still here, and my social energy bar is about dry. Well, welcome on in. Come here to recharge. No idea why my webcam's working too. Didn't touch it at all. It's just working now. Trying. So, yeah, my webcam's kind of emo, it seems. So I have something here in my logger to help me track down where the seeds are. So if I go back into this chunk, actually, if I do .debug wireframe chunk, whoops. You can see the different chunk lines here as you go into it. So D equals 3 means I am 3. I'm pretty much like 3 chunks away. Over here, I'm 2. If I go over here, I'm 1. Right, and this is for the Radiant Seed now, 2, 1, 0. So this is where the Radiant Seed is. And if you could see, the Viz is actually 200 out of 200 instead of 137. See? So it added 140 to it, but 200 is the cap currently. So, like I said, I've been trying to experiment with a seed kind of system, and the idea would be you could do some kind of like thaumatic magic that will implant a seed in the chunk to increase the maximum viz to allow you to, you know, maybe charge things faster or, you know, whatever. And what I'm working on right now is I have a very basic baton. Very, very basic. And actually, this is a heads-up display, so if I'm not holding it, I can't see any viz information. If I hold it, now I can. Right? So this is kind of where we're at right now. I still have a lot more to do. I think I need to separate out this HUD with another thing. I don't think I want a scanning tool like in Thaumcraft. From what I hear from like other people, like the reason why Thaumcraft is always delayed is because of that tool and the library that you have to build for every individual block to assign it, you know, this, and this tag, right, for whatever the amount. I'm not going to do something like that. So I'm still figuring that out. I don't think I'm going to have all the aspects, too. I think a lot of that is just bloat. You know, it's like, oh, there's like 5 aspects that have to do with like 2 items in the whole mod. You know what I mean? Like it just seems like complexity for complexity's sake, and I'm not about that. Not right now, anyway. I mean, who knows? Who knows what the future holds? So what I'm trying to do right now is have it to where when you have a wand in your hand, I want new stat bars to render, because you're gonna be able to hold 6 elements on this thing. So let's do that. Oh, and I fixed that too. There used to be a crash when you would resize. Not anymore. We're getting better. Getting better. So, this being said, I gotta see what is going on here. gotta see why it is not rendering a stat bar. Let's see what past Vice did. Top left, so it should be up here. Fixed position. Width seems kind of big. Make it a 300. Top right. Oh shit! Top right? No, there should be top left right or left top. Left top. So is it putting a bar behind here right now? Interesting. Let's try that. I think the rest of this looks okay. Alright. I think I gotta reload now. I can't believe it's Friday. God, it doesn't feel like Friday. I think I'm getting Chinese food tonight. Getting some chicken and broccoli. The fuck's that black bar doing on the bottom there? That ain't good. Is it because I named it stat bar? That why? I bet it goes away if I resize. Yeah. I think it's because of stat. I think I need to make this unique. I could say like tool energy stat bar. Energy stat bar. And actually what I will do is come into here. We're going to make a reference. Wow. Totally messing up typing. There you go. Just do a copy and paste. Cut. Paste. I'll put my underscore RT. That way it makes it unique. And this is going to be tool energy stat bar. And this is going to be HUD. I should put in dialogue underscore. Dialogue. There we go. And I'll say the name of the tool energy HUD display. You know why I keep messing up? My keyboard is like all the way off to the side. It's because my water's here. Like, I gotta move everything down. There we go. Look at that. Okay, so tool energy stat bar. Let's grab this constant. Oh, this actually isn't going to be item. There we go, dialogue. And this is not a float, this is a string. Composers RT references dot. We'll do RT references dot, and we'll paste that in. Reload. I go for some meat. Oh, you could go for some miso right now. Yeah, me too. It's hard to find like good miso soup though. Or at least where I am. People water that crap down. So it's the same kind of thing. And I'm not seeing stat bar. I wonder if it's gonna do the same thing. Here, let's put it back in windowed mode, and I won't hold it. It's a shame. Miso's too good to mess up. Yeah. Someone tried to put like there were like bacon chunks in the miso before. It was like I never went back there. I don't even think that place is open anymore. It was supposed to be like a hibachi place, and it was weird. I'm like, this isn't miso soup. Where's the little tofus? Fucking bacon in. Like, it didn't taste bad, but it tastes off. It was like greasy. It was like an oil slick on top. Like, when I say miso soup, I mean miso soup, not what your interpretation of miso soup is. The one that, you know, society has agreed on. I may have something weird with my bar. Hell, it's even worse. Hibachis are supposed to be good at serving miso. Yeah, right. And then I went to that place originally because I heard it was good because they had this so it's not that. Not that at all. But I heard that they had, oh, what was it? Like, it was some kind of noodle, like ramen thing that they could serve. And then, like, I get there, right, and they have a sign where they're not serving it anymore. So I'm like, God, what was it? Cancerous? Like, you just took it off the menu forever? It was too popular. Cancerous. So this is interesting. I think I'm running into a problem. Oh, you know, it could be the order. Let's try and change the order. But yeah, like I said, I don't even think that place is open anymore. I think they closed. I don't know why. Like it was small, but it was a nice place. Shit, it's still there, huh? I messed something up. All right, I gotta see if it's with this. Well, we'll save that. I could just disable a lot of this. Right, because now that's not ticking. This, I don't think, is going to tick now. Yep. Which means that will not tick anymore. Okay, let's try this. Bare bones. I gotta figure out which HUD is causing this issue. Love those, like them nacho fries at Taco Bell. Love those fries, but they're not always there. Same, yeah, right? Ooh, so it looks okay now. Let me reload. Damn, look at all the radiant crystals around. I think every time you load a world right now, it regenerates. It's a procedural generation of radiant crystals. And I think I'm saving the radiant crystals too, so they just keep like stacking up. Yeah, I wish they had the... Oh, and look at this. This is perfectly fine. So it is something specifically in this heads-up display. So I'm going to start turning a couple things back on. What I probably should do is move this listener down here. Fireball that in. I'm going to reload again. So if I throw another Wyvern variant at you, would it be too much? Would it be too much right now? I'll get to it when I can. Now this Wyvern variant, how much work is it gonna take? Does it have like the same wing flaps and basic animations like for the Ridgeback that we fixed? Or is all of that fixing gonna have to be done over? Because if that's the case, it's gonna take a hell of a long time. Because I don't remember exactly what I did. There was a lot of like on-the-fly tweaks of like the animations and stuff that had to be done. I'd be using the same stuff as the Ridgeback. Its appearance would be different as all. Okay, the updated Ridgeback, I assume. Like the current one with the new wings and the fixed animations and stuff. If it's that, I mean, it won't take long at all. I have everything already like pre-piped in it. What is the variant? Is it the Craghide? So I gotta figure this out. Why is this acting this way? This is not to be with. Let's expand this. Compose GUI, right? Left top. Fixed. I put the width in there. The height of 500 coming down. We have the stat bar here, which is going to take the width and shrink it down to scale it. Oh, duh. This is That could also be why I'm not seeing the bar. I forgot to re-enable that. Okay, cool. Cool. Wanted to make sure that's what was happening here. It still renders black down. That's weird. I did notice that when the Ridgeback is gliding, that one of the parts of the wings needs to be fixed. It's like moving sideways a little. All right. Yeah, if you point out the panel, I can get that done. Well, still don't see this bar. I guess I gotta start with a couple of things. For instance, is there an energy tree attribute? So let's do RTR references dot augur. And let me put in a string here, and I will say I'll just have it be like I don't really. It's a temporary thing. Plus energy tree equals null. Can I do this, or do I have to make it a variable? Good. So it should give me a true or false. And survey says nothing. I'm seeing nothing right now. Absolutely nothing. Great. That's what I was hoping for. I wonder if I have to refresh the GUIs here on first. Because technically, it shouldn't be causing an update if the actual numbers, like it should render everything first, as is, and then intercept your player data. But it's the feathered variant. But I should do the crag hide since I could move all the extra plates and details on top of the Ridgeback. Oh, nice. Feathered variant. Cool. Are you trying to add mana to the stat bar or make it transparent? I'm not trying to add mana to the stat bar, so in this new Magic mod, it's going to be more like Thaumcraft, to where you don't have player mana. Instead, you're going to store like the crystal energy and the Viz energy and stuff in your casting tool, right? So if you want to cast a fire spell that you make yourself, you're going to have to charge it with like the fire, energy, the fire Viz. So I gotta create multiple bars. This is actually going to be in the top left. I'm going to make a little texture, have it look like tubes, and like you're filling the tubes with the liquid and stuff. So that's what it's going to be like. Profio. Saw on YouTube you have one video in the modding tutorial. Any plans to make an updated tutorial series? Or got any tips on learning to make mods for the game? A couple of people have reached out to ask me about those. See, the thing is, I'm not that great at making videos. And at the time too, the wiki was kind of bad. There were a lot of gaps in the wiki. Right now, going to the Vintage Story wiki and pulling up the guide they have to get started, right, to like install everything and get modding, it's really good now. They did an awesome job on it. The biggest thing would be follow that guide. Like, obviously, the installation's not really important, but the tools are the same in my video. So, like, .NET Spy, that's actually what this is. This is how I'm verifying what stuff does in the game. That's going to be the biggest thing. This is your Bible, right? This is your holy grail. This is anything you want to make in a mod. Think about the item that's already existing in the game that gets you the closest to there, and then look to see how that code works, and then use that as a template for your own. So that's what I would also suggest that you map out first what your mod's gonna do, any items, kind of make a rough draft. I have one for my Magic mod, and for the mod's gonna be bigger. I have one for my magic mod. I have one for this Thaumcraft one. I have one for an alchemy mod that I've yet to push out as well. So, okay, curious how this is gonna go. I think it's gonna go pretty well, Vexus, because there's still gonna be magic. It's just I'm not having it to where you yourself are the all-powerful mana bagger. See, when I first made the magic mod, and I've said this a couple times on stream, I was under the impression that you could have as many watched attributes as you want on a player. Turns out that was partially true. You could store them, but God forbid you get up to 10 marked dirties at the same time between everyone's mod. It forces a marked dirty for all of the attributes, which causes lag. So I'm trying this new thing. I think it's going to be cool, Vexus. It's going to feel more elemental instead of just having this magic pool, right? Like now with the Viz system, how like there are different like Viz, like magic energy per chunk, and you want to find a good chunk, and then you'll be able to place blocks in the chunk and build and actually have it affect this Viz storage and the Viz regeneration. You know what I mean? Like that ambient magic. And then you're going to do more researching to create, you know, like tools and stuff that will use that energy to perform magic. Right? So it's just a little different. You'll still like cast spells and stuff, but it's not coming from your mana that you have to train up. It's coming from the energy you have stored inside that staff. And as you use the energy, it's going to take an upfront cost of, like, if you shoot, like, a fireball, or you do, like, a AoE fire spray, or whatever spell you want to make. It will use, like, you know, the fire attribute, and then it will also trigger, it will use the ambient viz in that area, right? So that's where your energy's coming from. So wait, what was I doing? I got a crash. I got a crash. And I got a crash here. Getting this tree attribute, so I don't think it wrote the tree attribute at all. Which, you know what? That would make sense. That would make sense. Let me just make sure. CAPI is good. That's good. Oh, shit. Player was null. Oh, snap, son. All right. Hold on. I got this. Let me... Okay. Oh, it's because I put it in here initially. Let me see what... Let's see what Vintage Story is doing here. See what the game's doing. So they're registering a tick listener in here, which I think is I think that maybe that's what I want to do too. So let me move my tick listener registration here. I'm gonna stop. And we will fireball this in. There we go. Well, don't mean to distract you. No. I mean, the main reason why I do these kind of streams is to source information. I would rather talk about it now than build something that isn't really going to work and I haven't thought all the way through and talked about, and then I have to touch it like 5 or 6 times. You know, if I can do it right the first time, better for me. Look at these viz, man. Awesome. But still, I do not see any information, and this is still acting weird. So we got to figure that out. And it's definitely within here. So I wonder if open and close. So this is the energy. Updating fire energy. I want to see if it actually makes it into heat. Let me take this, update fire energy. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Because I have to look to see if fireball does not equal null, right? There's a lot that I gotta figure out. And I'm trying to do this a different way than my magic mod, right? Because I could just look at, like, my mana bar. But there's that new thing where, like, everything kind of flashes now, and there's, like, a damage over time kind of effect for these bars. So I would rather see, like, the new way that Vintage Story is handling this kind of stuff, and then use that as my template. And then maybe go back to the magic mod and, you know, redo that on the back end for the new, you know, new system. So on flash bars, stats bars, I don't really care about that. Health is going to be more complex. Oxygen is actually, you know, oxygen may actually be a pretty good thing. I'm going to move this over here so I can look at both things at once. And let's just kind of iterate through. So I have my energy tree, which is just a variable I made, and it's going to get the tree attribute that's stored. Oh, snap. Wait a minute. It's not stored on the person. It's stored on the item. Oh, that's where the problems are coming from. Let's get a hand, right? The active hand dot item stack dot attributes, and it's not a watched attribute at that point. That's what it is. That right there. Do I define player in here? I even need that? Because I could just go through CAPI. Right, CAPI world player. Really, I could probably just shorten that down to this dot player. Like that. This dot player active hand slot. Yeah, so I'll try and use that instead. Which means I need to copy all of this. I probably should put something in here for on-game tick. Let's say, if it's gonna be a return, right? And I'll say if player equals null, right? So if player equals null, maybe you somehow partially loaded in while this is trying to start its checks, but it doesn't quite see that player yet on the client side. So that could prevent a crash right there. And then everything else, I can assume it's going to be safe. And then down here, right? So it's going to be a similar thing here. I have to get the player player held item attributes, this whole thing right here. That could be a great reason why it didn't show up. Hold on, let's comment that out for now. We're gonna have to stop the game because I changed the variable outside of a method. All right, let's hop back in. We gotta see a stat bar of some kind, and then I can start manipulating the data in the tree attributes. And I'm using a tree attribute now, just because you can store multiple things underneath that one attribute. So I don't have to have like 7, 8 tags sitting on this item. Still don't see shit. Yeah, it should be popping up. Honestly, it should be popping up right where that other HUD is. There should be some overlap. But apparently that's not the case. That is not the case. Inventory. Create combo. I mean, I could do this. I think this has to be a unique name as well. So I'll just append inventory onto it. Okay. We'll reload again. Man, I'm almost out of chocolate milk. It sucks. My stomach's gonna be happy. Oh, hey, look at that. No more black there. So inventory dash, we learned something new. It appears in a heads-up display. Your composer is a shared composer. So if you try to use, I bet if I look in the game code, let's do this. Inventory dash stat bar. That. So this is why it was black, because this is your stat bar. This has your health, your oxygen, your saturation bar. Right, it had all of that, but I was also modifying it here instead of making mine. So that does make sense. And that's interesting. You would think that each individual HUD would be an island, right? Like, if they really wouldn't see each other. But apparently they do. Ooh, which means I'm gonna come right down here. We're gonna come right in here. And I'm going to create another variable, dash inventory underscore. I'm gonna make another constant string. And I'll say the secondary name. And we will come into here and just paste it in, right? We're not doing anything bull crappy. I'm just gonna store all of that stuff in one place. Okay, so we're getting there. We are getting there. Now I can start looking to see, okay, did I actually write the tags correctly? So when you craft this thing, I'm going to look at your item stack, your output for the item stack. And I will put the generic, you're going to have fire, water, air, earth, light, and dark. There are going to be 6 attributes on all of your casting staffs. And some spells that you make may take a little bit of both, right? So if you shoot like magma ball or something, it may take a little fire and a little earth. Right, you know, things like that. Like I'm trying to build a system where in the future I can do unique things, but I got to lay the foundation now, so I'm not doing my work. But I'm writing the attributes onto the item. And I'm writing them as the tree attribute and storing them all in there, right? But that's on creation, and then this one's on held interact item. This one, I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. I think I need base dot on held. Nope, not what I want. I'm just gonna copy all this. I need it all. Paste. And we will start getting rid of parts in here we don't need. Oh, and I want to look up a game. A friend told me that, like, if I like Vampire Survivor, there's a game, Hit X Ball, I think is what it is. It kind of sounds cool, but I also want to play. I have other games that I want to play too. I want to continue the tavern fun. I have the that Moana kind of survival game as well, the Voyagers of Mira. So I got things that I would like to do. Get held info. This is client side only. I think this triggers on the client and the server. Called when the player right-clicks while holding this block item in hand. So then let's do this. Right? So it should have written the tag if it's not there already. But I do not see it. Is the tavern? Oh wait, let's see. I still got that Voyagers one. Yeah, we got to play that. I mean, it looks like it could be fun with multiple people. By yourself, it kind of sucks sailing. At least Atlas, you were able to get like lackeys, right, and hire people to live on your boat. You know, like 1 to 2 people, and sailing became fun. That was really good. Highly recommend these. Tastes just like chocolate milk, like a good chocolate milk too. The tavern is not overwhelming me. I haven't played in... Well, I got sick and then... Yeah. This weekend I'm going to try and play some games. I'm actually going to try to play. Okay, so... Unloaded. I don't think there's anything I could do unloaded. Okay, just wanted to make sure here. Let's go into the heads-up display and enable this. Oh, duh. It's not going to continuously refresh. It's going to do it only once, right? Let me see how the game does the refreshing here. So let's look at compose GUIs. So on own player data received. That's kind of useless for us, right? And I don't want to listen to the Loop Hero soundtrack. There we go. All right, I feel better now. I feel better. So I can't use this as a template anymore. It's kind of nearing the end of its course. Health bar for bosses, right? Boss. HUD boss health bars. Let's take a look at that, because that should be ticking, but it's not looking at you. It's looking at, well, in this case, you know, what's around you. So it's not having to sync anything. So right in here, I start a listener. And we compose the GUI, first hit. So let's try this. We'll start the on-game tick listener. We will do the compose. So it's getting a target entity, getting the name of that target entity, the boss, creating a composer for that bar. Is there anything else here? All right, you know what? Let's give this a try. We're gonna save and quit. And I'll just load back in. Yeah, getting sick and trying to think of what to do can be conflicting. Absolutely. So see, for this, player is coming up null. So there's got to be something in here that looks to get the target. So let's take a look at just target and do a search on that and see how we get it. So target boss entities. So in here, entity agent boss entity. So I would be inputting the boss entity. The bar index. So you know what? I think for my stuff, I cannot call that in here. I may have to call it in here. All right, let me look at my mana bar and see where I compose. Oh, cool. It's right here. So compose all GUIs, right? That brings us here. So I have something in here. So I put a checker up front. Oh, you clever bastard. Clever bastard. Move the magic mod over. So basically, I make sure that it does not equal null. And then stupidly, I reassign it. If it doesn't equal null, it already got its assignment. So I don't need to reassign it. Right, we're going to stop. I'm going to rebuild, and we'll go back in. That will stop the crash. I still need to run it. So where... I'm losing myself in all these windows. Okay, perfect. Now let's take a look at all these references. So this right here, I think, is what saves me. So it doesn't crash anymore, right? But it's missing its one time. Let me move that over. Let's go into here. And this would be last fire. Crap, what would it be? I have a variable for this. Last fire energy. So I created a bool variable. I vaguely remember doing this because I think I had the same kind of issue. Okay, so let's come up here and we are going to create a bool variable. So I could say last, could not use, we will do one for fire energy. I need to copy this. And when we first initialize, I need to make sure this equals false, right? So that's got to equal false. And then I need to put in tick. So right in here, this would have to be last could not use fire energy. And then we can set that to true. And then I would have to compose the GUI. Probably not going to be happy until I restart because I just created a variable. Alright, we rebuilt, hop back in. See, for my mana bar and health bars and stuff, it's easy. Like, you're pulling from player attributes, so when player's up to date and it sends any kind of refresh packet, then bam, right? You have access to it. Not so much with like a held item trying to get those attributes. Alright, classifying seed. I really see what the hell is happening here. My monitor was freaking out there. I don't know what that was. I looked over at the stream and I didn't see any weirdness. Oh, come on, monitor. Don't die on me. Don't you even consider dying on me. I will not be happy. Let's see. Working on a horse skeleton, same time watching and listening. Maybe can get a little Halloween thing in. Yeah, people right now, as of 2 days ago, when you kill elemental creatures, you have a rare chance of getting the Halloween drops. So, that's exciting. See if anyone gets them. Started on the 15th. I'm going to make this pop out a little more. But I did not see it come up at all. So, let me see. I'm probably really close. Really, really close. I'm gonna try and move this up a little. Kind of wonder if, like, the order of operations is screwing me over. Oh, and you know what I gotta do? I get a lot of errors. I gotta remove a certain part of this code. So that's a behavior. So I have a patch in here. It's trying to add a behavior on, like, everything that spawns. This right here, Drifter drops. There we go. That should help my logs immensely. Let's reload. I look over and I just see it, like, spamming my logs. Like, every creature that spawns, every drifter, every shiver, every bowtorn, give me an error. Hey, look at that! The only thing spamming my logs now is the seed manager. So I am not seeing this pop up at all. It is never going into here. Or it is, but it's just not going any further. I think I'm going to start putting print statements in. I'm going to leave this here. We're going to put a print statement right here. I'm going to make sure I can get to it. RT logger. And I'm going to start to just put in a bunch of equal signs and then a 1. Does it get here? Yes. Very, very good. If I have it off, it stops. On it goes. Perfect. That is what I would expect to see. Now let's look here. Do we see the second one? I do! That means that there is a tree attribute here. Ooh-wee. Now let's take a look here. Does it get to 3? Ooh, it does not get to 3. Okay. Why? Max stored energy. Oh. There's no max stored energy on this. Crap. Alright. My bad. Max stored energy. You can... This is basic 100 units. We'll just put 100 units on. That could be why. Which means that this item is F'd because it's not going to regenerate. Hey! Look! We got a little bar up there now. It's tiny. Little teeny tiny. But it's right there, 0 out of 100. Woohoo! All right, that's great. Yeah, it's right there. Hells yeah. So I can delete that out. Now this seems to be working. Working a lot better. Let me try and prune back some of It's a little bar, no mini bar. Alright, just stop. Just stop the game. Because I don't want to keep bloat in here. If I don't need that, then let's keep it out. Mini bar achieved, that's what she said. Ah, Moobot, finally! You got the timing right. Even a broken clock is right 2 times a day. Good job, Moobot. Oh god, it's the timing on that. Oh, Moobot. That right there, the that's what she said. That's the only reason why Moobot's even still around. I don't know what the hell it does otherwise. I don't think it does much else. But it does that. And it does it well. Oh, man. I gotta clean up around my desk. It's getting dusty. It's not like there's stuff to really throw out. I just... Basically, I have this. That's it. Oh, wait. That's the old one, right? That's the old one. This is the new one. So I am not seeing the bar. Ooh. Okay. Maybe my old stuff was needed then. I just want to make sure that it's not going to be too greedy with resources. Because some people have been giving me reports where it's like, oh, this HUD is taking like, 1.5 or 2 or something. It should be like below 1. I'm like, well, guys, I gotta render shit. Like, 60's our budget. Come on, I could take a little more, but I want to try and optimize it. That's what this whole thing is. I've got a cup of Coke and a flosser. There you go. That's a good combo. I got I got various things like my EverQuest 2 Collector's Edition coin that I use for all of my important life decisions. Actually, I have another coin around here. There it is. I gotta bring this up. So when I was overseas, Sterling Castle, I got this this cool coin where it's like a cannon for Sterling Castle. And then on the other side, and this is like super heavy duty. It's like the symbol, like a unicorn for Sterling Castle. It was a cool looking castle, like walking around. Pretty cool. This is like a heavy metal coin too. Feels good. Boop! Look at that. We got a bar. Now, I want to try something. Ah, see, the bar stays up. Ooh, can't have that. See, now we're gonna get into things where this player active hand, right? Because player's not there. Oh, active hand equals null. Ooh. So let me think about how I want to do this. I'm going to put an if statement here. I just pasted it there. Let's do empty, right? So if your main hand is not empty, cut all this out and paste it in. And then I can do else. And we will paste this in. And then for this, I will have it render it, but it's not going to render any bars. And actually, I will do a try on close. You know what? Actually, I don't think you know what? I do. Probably just to get rid of stuff. Clear it, for sure. And then I can close it down. Alright, so let me shut down again. This is gonna be an easy crash. Let's rebuild. Hop back in. I got a shelf storage next to me. That's got my alien figurine hugging my lava lamp masquerading mask, ghost serial killer figurine, and orca plushie with my Jurassic Park flag banner on my wall behind my PC. That's awesome. I got like my wall of nerdy stuff here. I got like Bowser in the corner right there. Got the Batmobile. Got some Lego stuff. I just recently put on display my I got a collector's edition statue for the World of Warcraft: The War Within expansion. It's a dwarf on a hippogriff. It's really cool. It is behind me, like here-ish somewhere, probably behind my chair. Yeah, it's back there. My chair's in the way. It's for me to look at. It's for me. Alright, so we got the attributes, and it did not go away. Still up there, eh? See, I gotta get clever with this. Gotta get clever. I probably... You know what I probably could do? Right in here... Actually, better yet, let's put this if statement here. I could do, try close, right? We could do a try close. And then return. Don't render anything else. Don't go beyond that point if you don't have an item in your hand. Which doesn't seem to work. Oh, wait. If it's... Okay, so hold on. If it's empty, there we go. I had the context wrong. Fucking stat bar is still up there. The goddamn stat bar is still up there. Alright. So let's see, how much time do I have? It's 4:56. You know what? I got like 9 minutes till I need to literally like action roll out. So I fixed it to where we're not going to get a crash anymore, but I need to make it to where it like reloads. Let's do try... Man, it's still not going away. It's like up for good. Holy crap. Wonder if I should... So we got composed GUIs there. I think I got to do something in here, right? Let me try and compose the GUI. There we go. Although now it's not coming up at all. We went from feast to famine. What the hell? There's nothing there. Alright, so I'll go with my original. I will try to close. Try close. Let's not do any more refreshes here. We got nothing. You know, that kind of is done. It's done here. So if it's not a wand, it's going to try to close and return, and it's not going to go any further, so it's never going to update this information, which would shut off that bar, right? Because then it would trigger refresh of the GUI, which case it would come down here and then take another, take another look here at your main hand. Let's reload. Okay, so if I right-click on use, the bar came up. But the bar stays up. Alright, so, interesting. Very interesting. Oh, wait a minute. Is there something I could do where it's like this, fire bar? So there's a hide when full. Crap, I thought there was a way that I could shut it off. So I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to cut this out. We'll get rid of all of this. I don't think it's buying me really anything at all. And it's not a good way to handle a crash if I get a crash. So we're going to reload. Make sure everything is fresh. We'll make sure that I don't get a crash. Okay, so I did get a crash, and it's because of player, nope, item stack. Item stack equals null, right? Because this is probably empty. Which means that up here, on player data received. I believe it would be in here. You know what? It's got to be here. I would need to, let's see. I gotta do checks in here. We'll do the same kind of checks that these. Cut this out, and we'll just paste that in. So if tool wand, compose GUI. I guess I could say, I could do something where it's like slot or, right, so if the slot's not empty, Or it contains... Well, no, I guess I can't really do that. So if the slot is not empty, go ahead and compose the GUI. Is it going to let me just go through with an error? Nope, it's going to give me a full crash. 502. Ooh. Glad I got to hang out with some things that show our love makes us feel more homely. Yeah. Yeah. Glad I got to hang out a bit with you. Everyone's still sleeping here from all the busy recent, so it's nice to enjoy the quiet and try to reset. Nice. It's like 5 p.m. They're going to be up all night. Or is it like 4 p.m. your time? Can't remember if we're in the same time zone. I know it's close enough compared to some other people. Like they're all the way across the world. It's like I should tell them, I should ask them what the future holds. There we go. So it's the same thing, and I noticed that this isn't popping up until I right click. That's an indicator right there. Kind of an indicator that it's not saving the information. It's not saving any of the tagged information. So let me look at the item. See, when I right click, it saves the information. Back attributes. What if I do... I don't think onloaded is going to... Let's look to see what else we have in item. Oh, I don't have the capital L. But... Oh, wait, it's collectible object. Alright. Unloaded native. I don't know what that is, but it calls unloaded. So server side called one of the collectibles has been registered. Client side called once the collectible has been loaded from server packet. Okay. Was there anything else that I could tap in? So on before render, that's going to be client side. This would have to be server side. Unmodified inventory slot on broken width. Get mining speed. Get held third person animation. That's going to be client side. On attacking width, we're getting close. Consume crafting ingredients, set durability, damage item. Get tool modes, Jesus Christ. On held idle, there we go. Let me try to look at things through. This is going to be an override. And I just want a basic if statement, right? This is going to be slot dot item stack attributes. We'll pop an else in here. Gonna get a print statement. I was hoping there was one ready. My God, I could have typed it in already. There we go. Copy, paste. I'll just put a big B in there. Don't really need to display anything. I could just say, doesn't have attributes. There we go. So that one doesn't have attributes, then this one would be having the attributes. Go. And I'll make this smaller out of equal signs, A. There we go. We're just trying to see if this stuff is actually saving or not. Oh, and I gotta stop the game. And I should be able to tell that just by holding the item, right? Because that's what held idle is. Just, yeah, every frame when the player is holding this collectible in their hand. So it's either going to start spamming that I have the attributes or I don't. People here? Nope. I bet it's my cat hauling ass around the living room. Mainly gets the zoomies sometimes. Still looking good. No one's reaching out to me for work. It's a good start to the Friday. Alright, I should see a bunch of spam. See, I gotta figure all this stuff out, because this is all gonna be important. No one wants to play a mod that lags to hell. Doesn't have attribute. Doesn't have attribute. I guess that would make sense. And when I right-click... Ooh. I gotta send a packet for this. The client is getting the information, which is probably why it's still sticky right up here. The client's getting the information. The server still doesn't see any attributes. Oh, snap. This has to be done via packet. Do I have enough time? Ooh, 5:09. Take a look, make sure no one's trying to get a hold of me, right? Do I have time? I think I have time. Yeah, I think I have time. Okay, yeah. Let's create do some quick packet work. We create a new proto contract. And because I don't think you can send a tree attribute through a packet, through a proto contract. I think you'd have to like serialize it and do all this bullshit. I don't think I want to. So you know, I don't know if you could do it or not. I'm gonna try. Tree attribute. And this is going to be called PC for proto contract. It'll be sync tool energy stat, right? Because that's really what this is going to be doing. We're going to copy that. I'm going to go up to the handler. We'll copy and paste. Cut out that proto contract. Paste, paste. Come over here. Paste, there we go. Copy. Paste, change client to server. And everything else is good. In messages, we will copy this. Paste this in. I got to get my proto contract name here. And I just have to update this. PC. Get rid of all of this. Put in PC. There we go. So that should be happy now. And what I also need to do now is migrate the code over. So this Copy the whole thing. Go back into messages. So in here, I really don't need. Oh, there we go. I really don't need to send a packet. The fuck? Why is it? Why is it being an ass? There. That's all I wanted to do. Damn it. All right. Let me look at from player dot entity dot active hand item slot dot item stack, right, to push that through. Ooh, I probably should make the RT helper. Probably make that. Let me take a look at my magic mod and format it the same. Gotta chase him during the zoomies. My cat looks like he's like on speed or something when he has the zoomies. Like he'll claw all over the couch, like Bingley, and he just stops and stare at the ceiling as if the voice came from above. Like, I'm over here, cat. Like, you see me. Just calm the fuck down. Calm down. That's all I'm asking. Calm yourself. So it looks like I just kind of throw it into here. Yeah, I guess I could do that for now. Add item. I'll call this RT helpers. This is gonna have to be a public. And I will copy a simple. Something like this. Send packet. Get my proto contract out. Go. Get this and this. RT references. Let's import that. Oh, there's my network handler. And now I need input message type. And in here, I'm going to take in tree attribute in, which means this needs to become attribute in. So I should be sending the packet. Now to invoke this anywhere, I just kind of come over. Why do I keep going to here? Close that out. So let me go down to here. So we will do RT helpers dot. Let's import it. And I'm gonna have to take in world. Do I have world in here already? No, but I can get it from by entity. Whoops. Let's paste it in here. By entity dot world. There it is. And then for the tree attributes, I could just put this into here. There we go. So I will still do the client-side stuff, but now I'm going to push out server-side packet. That way the server also knows that there is information to be had. Let's rebuild. Now I will know if this works pretty quick. When I right-click, it should send the packet, and it should permanently update this item. If I get an error, it's because I'm sending something that is too complex through proto contracts, which are going to be primitive in nature, which is also going to suck. Right click. It's not the way. So yeah, let's look client. Oh shit! Wait, client channels null. Call shenanigans on that. Client handler. Blind channel definitely is not null. This has... Oh, you know what? It could be null, though. It probably would come up... It came up null because it... Yeah, right here. Unable to resolve suitable add method for data structures, tree attributes. So you can't serialize it directly through a proto contract like that. I'm gonna have to either manually serialize this and then send it as a byte in here. I believe it's just like a byte array, right? Alright, so that's gonna have to become a byte array, which means that obviously the information in here is going to be a little different because I'll have to deserialize it here. So it's going to be a couple more steps, and unfortunately I am way over. Yep, I am way over. Already got someone here. Alright, let's find someone to raid. So I think with that packet, I'll be able to troubleshoot the heads-up display a little better. Once that is done, then it's going to be about creating our first station to charge the wand. And I'm going to create basic Viz crystals of all the elements, and I will have it to where you will be able to put those elements in this item, or in this block, and charge the wands, right? And then once that part is done, we're going to get into creating our first spell. The spell is going to be, well, we'll have to create another block to be able to create the focus that you'll need to pop on. And then, let's see. That one probably is going to take a couple of days to sort out. It's going to be a modular spell system, so that's why it's going to take a little longer. And then we will practice. We'll probably make a basic spell that just like shoots a projectile, and then we will. I'll hook it in to where when you right click, it uses what's on your wand for fuel, and then we will probably get into making the spell modular at that point. But at least then, it's a complete closed kind of system for magic. And then it's going to be about expanding everything, right? It would be about adding new methods, new parts to piece together for your magic spells, different ways to interact with Viz in the world, right? I can start putting in temporal stability hook-ins. That way it feels like it's part of the game. There's a lot to do. Let's find someone to raid. Who do we got playing? Oh, cool. Wasteland Puppy's on. Oh, hey, Quixote's doing a Cubic Odyssey. I saw that got a multiplayer update. So let's raid them. Quixote's awesome. I haven't raided Quixote in a while. Normally I'm not. Normally I'm like not around when Quixote's like kind of cool. I'm gonna pop off here. See you again soon. See you later, Vexus. Enjoy your recharge time. All right, thanks everyone for watching. Again, we're kind of taking it casually here, kind of building out the system. You get to see, you guys get to see what it actually takes to make a mod like that. Hopefully, those of you who are interested in making mods, you could see what I'm doing and how I'm troubleshooting things. Hopefully it helps. If you know a better way or better tools to use, I am all ears. I am not a professional. But at least I hope you guys at least enjoy the stream. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, everyone. I think next stream, it's going to be kind of rare this weekend. I got a birthday party and stuff to do tomorrow. And then Sunday, I'm going to the zoo, which is going to be a half-day event. So I'm going to stream where I can. But I'm going to keep working on this. It's starting to feel good. Kind of iron everything out. It's a good foundation. The Viz system is like that's good. That's a good Viz system. And I think that was the hardest part because I've never done a system like that. Everything else, I've done this kind of stuff. I've attached spells before. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful time. Have a wonderful day. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good Friday. Bye. Adios. See you later. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.